Canish Lion O'Neills.com mar dúirt mí hálan cúiú Canish atar na cheirigin ile bute ag buachalí na hard charach agus an stitter catteach Táfin Murphy an sanna musa trí an láir dubhle clia agus is a cosúda an réis a chiadle Parsala teach tastan son ach tá cosantóirí scileúla ag íháile be nach iad na daoine mó a muhiad ach tá fis an óca Nis tá chutead an báid bánathe ach bhín ceansan le dul trasna an a bhlocáilige íháilen son.
Yeah, sin an roid agus cynnig mar seo gona cael cuine tá Offaly tá siad gohúnta ag an crúcáil cumán agus an bhlocáil mar bhín de gná agus tá Brendan Kenny láthach imthe siar mar an cosantóir le cóise gá clia.
Scúpachan siúrla David Lucian son Clíán suas ó dúling beise mar spruc agus tá sleap ardfachtan son ag cosantóir íháile Donald Shirley a bhí gortathe an bhléintse me ceann níramh sear fáileá agus láirmar leis met bhainisteoir níos tuisce Shane O'Brien agus gandát Leo O'Connor.
Yeah, Goni been to a glurg fielsia ó rudí a Harley gach in that clear ach tá mí just a glurg an taisbántas céine agus an spirit céine haisbán siad agus chun bhaid tat na bhas an ní freisin.
This team have a bit of experience in the last 2 years, in a minor final and under 20 final last year. And look, no doubt about it, the crowd come with us. And you know, it's generating a huge amount of excitement in the county, and you know, richly deserve to be back here now.
Sin mar a bhíle rá agus de bainisteoir níos tuisce agus tá chumas géilge meg Shirley ceart golóir ag an farca rágant mar se hálaigh níise.
Jamie, oh yeah.
Mas de bhí san ard.
Bhí Jamie Conroy sin bhí an tá leis an áíir sin ceannas na bhuilí sin like It's open up raibh sé déin go fós.
So welcome back here to Laois O'Moore Park as Offaly go on the attack looking for the opening score. It is Adam Screeny. That ball goes down at his corner. It's out over the sideline and it's going to be a line ball to Dublin. No changes from either side for this huge game as Offaly look to make it back-to-back Leinster titles here in a packed out Laois O'Moore Park. I'm joined as always by Stephen Byrne. And Stephen, Offaly hurling against what's a strong breeze in this first half.
It's very strong. There's no doubt about it. Screeny on the ball.
He goes back out to his captain Dan Burke. Dan Burke is blocked down and Dublin look to come away through Jack Behan. Behan immediately bottled up by Clara's Conor Doyle. Doyle takes a big hit there. The referee came and Flynn says no, and Offaly will eventually be punished there. A Dublin player kicks out on the ground, Stephen. This is a huge call early in the game.
Oh, it's yeah, I thought it was initially a free on Conor, but it looks like the Dublin player came back with a hurl after that after we gave away a free there for a ball that he said a Conor through. Look at, he's closer than we are. He saw that, but it was the tackle after that, so the linesman has to come in on this. But I think Donald Shirley in fairness took a fair big hit there and up around the head area as well there, and it just slowed up the game a little bit. Now it's suiting us at the moment because that's a very, very, very strong drill. But my God, Joe, you can't hear yourself think here with this crowd. It's huge.
Yeah, it's absolutely massive, and Offaly certainly feeling the brunt of that. Westmead's came and Flynn, the man in the middle today, as Diarmuid O'Doulang, Dublin star man, has a free a long way back, but a strong breeze behind him. O'Doulang lifts it, he strikes it a long way. Liam Hoare is waving it wide, so too is the cornerback James Mahan, and certainly the crowd will do their bit here today in full voice. A massive crowd here, as we said, in Laois O'Moore Park, and Liam Hoare will have Offaly's first puck to come for the game now as he gets it down to the middle of the field, and Shane Rigney catches it and tries to set away in the middle of the field, gets hooked as he strikes that, and Dublin will catch it back and come the far side of the field. They have a man inside isolated, but James Mahan closing down, trying to get the hurl in. Dublin have got to slip on Offaly here momentarily, but their own player David Purcell, he slips, and immediately he's set upon by a host of Offaly players including Donald Shirley, and Donald Shirley wins a much needed free.
Yeah, but James nearly got caught there. He wanted to be very careful. When you're playing with a breeze, Dublin playing with a breeze like that, you can't give him that room, but he got back very well. We won the ball. It was an overturn. But Liam Hoare with a puck there. You can see how strong the breeze is, Joe.
Yeah, well, certainly Liam Hoare gets massive distance behind each and every one of his clearances, but Offaly hurling against what is a strong breeze. We were down on the pitch before the match, both myself and Stephen, as Dublin worked that out to the middle of the field. They have runners coming from deep. Dublin try to get the shot away here on the run through Brendan Kenny, and that's good. It's just inside the left-hand side post, so that's where Dublin are going to be strong, running from deep, getting a pop pass in around the middle of the field. Huge atmosphere here in O'Moore Park, and certainly the bulk of the supporters, as you'd expect from Offaly. Liam Hoare now looks to get his puck out underway. It's Dublin leading a point to no score after 5 minutes here in Portlaoise. Cathal King catches that in the middle of the field, tries to take on at the middle of the field for Dublin. King gets it back at a second attempt. He looks to be held back there. The referee hasn't given the advantage. He hasn't given much in truth so far early in this game, as eventually Dublin rescue that attempted clearance from King. Jack Behan gets it over the far side of the field, just knocks a little ball up the line. Infield they go to Brendan Kenny. Brendan Kenny now goes to the far corner of the field and over towards David Purcell. He's been tackled by Rory Kelly, but Purcell has it and he takes on Kelly. He's going towards Mahan as well. He steps back onto his right hand side and they've tried to isolate him inside. That's 2 points and he looks a fine hurler, David Purcell.
Yeah, absolutely, and we just have to be careful here, Joe, because we are playing against that strong breeze and we seem to be a little bit open. They're two wing backs. The last they scored a point apiece against us as well. One of them's after coming up again with a point in Brendan Kenny, so we just have to be careful. They're running, and I was watching them before the game, and that was the type of drills that they were doing, and it's a running game at us. And the intensity is pretty good here at the moment. We just need to be careful, just to play a cute game.
Off they go down into the corner. That's going to run right out along the end line. The referee is going to look to his umpire and he'll signal that it is wide. So Offaly just been living on scraps early in this game. As we said, a big occasion to deal with. There's a big breeze to deal with, and Dublin have that. And their goalkeeper now, Kevin Hogan from the famed Fogs Club up in Dublin, strikes that long, gets good distance behind it. It drops down near Offaly's 45-metre line. Breckin Kavanagh just trying to read the break. He's been tackled there and possibly fouled, and eventually Stephen Offaly get a free.
Yeah, he did well there, Breckin, and he knew there was a man coming in behind him there, and he did well to he's clever enough to get the free. But we just need to be, as I said, Joe, we just need to be a little bit cuter here at the moment. We've been opened up here playing against the breeze. They're bringing them out the half forward line, they're packing the midfield, and they're leaving the two inside.
Liam Hoare goes down into the corner to Alex Kavanagh, who impressed the last day coming on. He starts ahead of his brother Lee. Kavanagh now sells a lovely dummy inside, gets the hand pass in to Dan Burke, the captain. Burke off his left hand side goes for Offaly's opening score, and you can hear by the roar of the crowd here that that's a much needed shot in the arm for these young Offaly men. 2 points to Dublin, 1 point to Offaly, and that'll settle them down well.
Yeah, but super skill from Alex in the corner. Turned his man and took his time on it. A shot of a score here.
Yeah, Conal O'Reen will come with it for Dublin, but it's out to the left hand side and wide, and Alex Kavanagh, player Stephen know all about in his own club in Kilcormac, Kalahi, battling injury last year, played in the county final the year before for his club and back to his best form now again, and as we said, takes the spot of his brother Lee. Of course, Lee, a twin brother, the centre back Breckin, as Offaly now try to play it out slowly from the back. Rory Kelly gets it, he won't be slowing the ball. A very, very pacey player from the Lusma club, he goes down now as Dublin look to bat this down. No free given there by the referee, and David Lucy comes away with it in a bit of space. He goes back in towards the centre half back position, and Cathal Kennedy now tries to find Diarmuid O'Doulang. That battle with Breckin Kavanagh will be crucial, but that ball runs out of real estate and goes out over the sideline, and Offaly will have a line ball. So scores at a premium, just 8 minutes gone in the clock. Dublin 2, Offaly 1. The Leinster under 20 championship final. Offaly looking for back-to-back wins at the grade for the first time, as James Mahan has the ball down. He's in behind his own 14-yard line, and every moment, every decision crucial in this one, because Dublin will come with a renewed effort from what they were in round one. Colin Spain now, he's been brilliant for Offaly throughout this championship run. Goes up the line, he's tackled there out close to the sideline. The ball will spill out for a line ball, and again, Stephen, it's not the most free-flowing game, but naturally so. A lot of nerves out there, a lot of wind blowing down the field before the match, but Offaly settled into it well all the same.
Yeah, not too bad now, and look, that was one of Colin's trademark runs there, but again, looking at the intensity coming from Dublin, and particularly last day against Galway when I watched it, fitness levels are pretty good, they look fit, so look at maybe we could move the ball. I understand we're playing against a tough breeze, but just maybe move the ball that little bit quicker.
Yeah, well, certainly Offaly looking inside to try and isolate their marquee men, but Dublin have their lion's share of possession early doors. They give it away uncharacteristically here, and James Mahan powers out from cornerback. He takes on the first marker, gets the hand pass and a little return as well, and here comes Mahan now off his left hand side, tries to get it down towards Dan Burke. Burke right out on the sideline is just doing well to hold off his man until help arrives. Screeny there waits in the wings, but Dublin have first run at it. They go back now to Brendan Kenny once again. Kenny goes across the field. Offaly just trying to keep up with this Dublin movement, which is quite sizable so far, as Neil Hogan comes in onto his left hand side, gets the shot away. The umpire's nodding approval, and Dublin have to be Stephen, hurling very, very crisply up front.
Yeah, and again we moved that ball, but that ball has to stick inside, and it came out too easily. And Brendan Kenny again with a good ball inside, and you know, O'Dooling is a guy that they're going to have to watch. He's a man on the freeze as well. He's their go-to man, and he's a good hurler.
Shane Rigney now gets that ball, does well to hold on to it, goes long down towards that Offaly full forward line. But again, the man impressing back there for them is Brendan Kenny. Brendan Kenny comes out with a little short pass out towards Jamie Conroy. Conroy now is going to try and run at Donald Shirley. Shirley had him parked up, but he gets a shot inside towards Diarmuid O'Doolang, who does well to come across Terguinan. O'Doolang comes with the ball and pops that over the bar, and certainly he is a player that's going to have to watch. We know he's a star of that Dublin team, but again, it's Dublin's running from deep is causing Offaly problems.
Absolutely, and I think we need to get to grips with it now. I think we're playing. We seem to be playing a bit deep, whether it's just a breeze or whatever. But they're getting a lot of ball here, and Brendan Kenny is mastering. He's playing as a sweeper role here, but he's playing it properly, and we're being killed here at the moment with the type of ball that he's getting. But I don't know whether our half back line are playing a little bit too deep, but we seem to be off our men an awful lot.
Offaly have a line ball the far side of the field. Terguinan just waits for Breckin Cabinet to go over. As we said, the rain hasn't come down yet, but certainly conditions are tough. They will favour Offaly in the second half, providing we don't get a deluge of rain that dies down that breeze. But here comes Breckin Cabinet, drills it down into the corner towards Barry Egan. Egan now out in front of his man. He has the ball. He's been shepherded towards the sideline. Offaly look for a free. Eventually they will get it, but they'll be made work for it over there on that side. And that was a good control by Barry Egan there as Adam Screeny goes across to take this. And again, Egan probably disappointed with a semi-final overall game, but he's been crucial for Offaly this year.
Yeah, and that's what you want from him. Like, you know, he took the ball very well. He used his strength and he won the free. Difficult angle for Adam now, but he's capable of scoring.
Well, Adam Screeny right with the huge Offaly support of the terrace behind him. The horns are blowing inside. There's a big atmosphere here as Screeny with his first free lifts it, strikes it well, strikes it straight through and over the bar, and you can just hear the support each and every time Offaly get a moment on the ball or a score. It's just their second, but certainly they won't be lacking here for support, these young men on the field. Offaly now try to overturn that Dublin puck out. Barry Egan sets down on it. Shane Rigney is there, so too is Cathal King, just trying to fend it out into a bit of space. Dan Burke as well, but Dublin have it, but Screeny immediately stands up as man. Dublin though release the ball and come out with it at pace from their backline. They get it into the hands almost of Jamie Conroy. He doesn't catch it, but he flicks it on the ground to Conal O'Reen. O'Reen goes back once again. Dublin have to be patient here. They come back in field. Screeny now puts in the hit on Conor Dolan, the captain and centre back, but Dublin again go back to Brendan Kenny. He's been excellent so far. He shoots from a long way out. Liam Hoare along with the umpires watch this, and this goes in over the bar, and I have to say so far, Stephen, in my opinion, he's been the most effective man on the field.
He has been, because he's standing on his own playing as a sweeper role, and we just need to, it's hard to know what to say to you and how to get that sorted out, but like if we keep letting him get in space like that, we're going to be in trouble. Dublin goalkeeper with a short puck out that time, and we should have turned it over really.
James Mahan comes with the ball now, goes up the field towards Adam Screeny. It's right out close to the sideline. Screeny catches it, does well to keep in. He's been hassled and harried by that Dublin rear guard, and eventually it's blown for a line ball. And certainly, Steve, we don't want to criticise the referee or officials, but Offaly getting it hard to win their frees.
They are, yeah. There's been a couple, definitely in the first few minutes of the game, they seem to be not being able to get a free, and then there was a couple of soft ones given there on the Dublin side of it. But look, Offaly just need to keep concentrating here. Again, we'll talk about the breeze. Breckin with the ball again.
Yeah, Breckin Kavanagh just tried to get it out by his marker. Offaly will recuperate through that man, Breckin Kavanagh again. He's surely been fouled there. Offaly have the advantage and they will get the free. And with this breeze, it's certainly within distance for some of them, possibly even Liam Hoare. I think Hoare is going to come out from goals for this one. It's currently Dublin 5 points, Offaly 2, 13 and a half minutes gone the clock. The way Liam Hoare is lining up, I don't think he's going to go for the point. He drills it now down the line, but Dublin have two men there. Offaly will have to try and win this before it goes in there, but if they don't, and the Dublin centre back and captain Conor Dolan sets Dublin away on the moves. They're still back on their own half back line. They're waiting for that perfect movement, but James Mahan rather quick to react there. He comes out all his own, a corner back, tries to get it up the line towards Donald Shirley. Ball sprays off Shirley's hurl and just goes out over the sideline. And again, Stephen, it's headed at a ferocious pace. As I said, the hurler might be its most purest yet, but it's very, very physical.
Yeah, and we're not winning enough ball in the half forward line when it's going up now at the moment, Joe. And we need to get onto ball. That's what we're good at, getting onto ball and fighting and fighting hard and getting back. But another thing is that we're talking about Brendan Kenny, who scored 2 points there. He's playing just on the half back line, where we're looking at, okay, obviously James is playing as our sweeper, but he's playing that little bit deeper at the moment because of maybe the strong breeze.
Yeah, well, Dublin delaying on this line ball. He eventually hit it, and it's quite a good sideline from Diarmuid O'Doolang, but just out over the head of the Dublin inside line, and it's out to the left hand side and wide. So Liam Hoare once again looks for the puck out. This time goes to James Mahon, a cornerback. He has support inside him if he needs it. Rory Kelly is there to take the hand pass. Kelly now just fumbles that ball. Hand pass probably a little too high from, but Brecon Kavanagh tries to rescue back the situation, but away come Dublin with it. They get it into the hand of David Purcell. Purcell is stood up, but he get a second bite of the cherry, and this time his strike just dribbles in towards Liam Hoare, and Offaly breathe a sigh of relief. Liam Hoare once again comes out to Mahon, or Colin Spain rather, who's gone back to that position. Spain now tries to win a couple of balls and deliver for Offaly, but pucks it straight to Dermot O'Doulang, and he strikes it with interest back the other way. The umpires though signal this is out to right and wide, and Offaly just have to brush up on a few things.
Yeah, it's that's Dublin's fourth wide as well, and they won't want to keep doing that, particularly with the elements there at the moment. But I'm just thinking that, okay, if we're going to run with the ball, it has to be a bit sharper, and these boys, our lads, are sharp when they play a ball 20-30 yards, but this is a different level now they're playing tonight.
Cathal King has the advantage. He might not yet need it. He feeds it to Dan Burke. Burke in on his left side, the captain, looking for his second point of the game. I think this time it's going to be wide, but Offaly have the advantage nonetheless. And again, that came from the industrious Cathal King. He's been crucial to the Offaly cause, and you might just see Offaly sitting a small bit deeper, likes of Colin Spain, Cathal King, just trying to not let Dublin run at them. But again, when Offaly push up, it's probably giving them the greater joy.
Yeah, it's again going back to Kenny. He's covering all angles here, left, right and in the centre. So if we have Cathal and Colin obviously trying to help back a half back line here at the minute, which would be very, very good at, we need to get space. The boys need to get space on that half forward line, and they don't seem to be. They seem to be standing beside their man, but they need to get into space because they need help here now. It's going to be a hard half now, so we just need to stay with it.
Yeah, well, they've moved back Adam Screeny 5 or 6 yards to hit this free. This will be a chance for Offaly's third score of the game. 16 and a half minutes played here in Laois, O'Moore Park, and here comes Screeny with the ball. Screeny lifts it and he drills it straight through and over the bar. It's just Offaly's third score, leaves 2 points between the sides. 5 points for Dublin, 3 points for Offaly, and Offaly now will be looking to build on this because these games, the time just seems to fly so quick. 17 minutes now, we've almost played. Dublin come with the puck out through Kevin Hogan. It's batted back by Offaly, but only as far as Dublin's Fionn Murphy. He tries to bring it forward. Offaly there numbers. He scoops it towards Neil Hogan. Hogan with a quick flick of the wrist off his left hand side gets a good point for Dublin. That's their third forward to score from open play so far to restore a 3-point lead. Liam Hoare wastes no time, goes to the puck out towards Tara Guinan. Guinan in a bit of space here now. He goes marauding forward. Dublin chasing him down through Neil Hogan. He goes in towards Ringley, but it'll bounce kindly for Alex Kavanagh. Kavanagh now with a lovely reverse hand pass out as far as Conor Doyle, and Conor Doyle just pulls it to the right hand side and wide after a brilliant hand pass by Kavanagh.
Yeah, and Terry did very well, and that's the type of ball we're talking about. Just in front, Kavanagh was excellent again. 2 balls going into him. He's absolutely on the ball, won that fierce well, and I think Conor should be putting over the bar.
Yeah, well, certainly a chance gone a begging for Offaly as Dublin coming to puck out through Hogan once again to go down to the right wing forward position. Colin Spain looking to win the break. He has to fend off a challenge there from Fionn Murphy, but Spain holds well. Goes his midfield partner Cathal King down in front now of Barry Egan. The ball bounces up, but Egan is strong on the ball. He has options now left and right. One of them is Shirley, but Egan's going to go himself off his left hand side. This is dropping all the way into the Offaly square. Offaly trying to keep it alive through Alex Kavanagh. Screeny is arriving. Kavanagh there. Dublin don't keep it at bay at the minute, but Screeny has to give up the ghost yet. He has the ball. He looks to come in along the end line. He can't shoot from there, but he will go back out to the edge of the D. Offaly just caught with a lack of communication there as Fionn Murphy gets the ball. Offaly are certainly probing, but just the last final move's not sticking yet. Here come Dublin now, and O'Doulang back on behind his own 65. He goes forward now towards Conal O'Reen. O'Reen tries to go forward at Brecon Kavanagh until help arrives. Here comes O'Doulang once again off the left hand side, and that's another good score by O'Doulang, and something Offaly, Stephen, you can feel they will cook up something, but the final ball just not sticking.
Yeah, it was a half chance for a goal too, Joe, wasn't it? It was probably well defended, but then again here, Joe, we're looking at the runs from Dublin. There's an overlap here the whole time, and it's causing us serious problems going through.
Yeah, well, certainly Offaly now building from the back once again. You'll feel the scores will start to hope to come for them, but Dublin look impressive, it has to be said. Here comes Donald Shirley now trying to come out through a forest of bodies. Shirley now breaks the line, and here comes the big man from Tubber. He has Colin Spain outside him. He goes for Spain. The pass isn't perfect, but Spain will keep it alive. He has Barry Egan if he can see him outside. Dublin back there in numbers. Ball breaks loose on the edge of the 14. Brendan Kenny has it for Dublin. One-handed, he gets it forward now towards Jamie Conroy, who's bundled over by 2 Offaly players. theirs, and Offaly will have the line ball. And Stephen, not a big lead, 4 points, but Offaly don't want to let Dublin in control.
No, and it's the last ball that's killing us there at the moment. Now that look at Shirley did unbelievably well to get through there. He ran with the ball, Colin was on his side, probably should have played it quicker, and the pass wasn't good enough, and it just pushed Colin out further away from goal. But we had chances there as a half goal chance. That chance there could be popped over the bar, but we need to just polish up a bit.
Well, here comes Screeny inside of Shane Rigney. Rigney! Get the goal! We were looking at that line ball coming in from Colin Spain. He got an absolute brilliant point from a line ball. He made good connection with it. It was going over the head. Rigney took it down, got inside onto his left hand side and buried it.
Oh, absolutely brilliant goal. And a super sideline again from Spain. To be fair, it hung in the breeze. What a catch and what a turn and what a goal.
Yeah, well, Rigney, the man with the golden touch the last couple of weeks, as Dublin now immediately try to go forward. Rigney is there trying to put in the tackle. So too is Terragainen. And Offaly, through Ben Miller, he cleans out one of his own men, but comes out with the ball as far as Breckin Kavanagh. Breckin Kavanagh goes across the field now towards Barry Egan. The ball is going to break out over the sideline, but maybe no harm just to give a quick couple of seconds breath.
Yeah, but we stopped it. We stopped them from getting a score back after getting a goal like that. They could have popped on over the bar and got themselves back. But in fairness, it was a great turnover, and you can see the breeze there from Breckin's ball. It just went out over the line when he tried to play it to Barry that time.
Well, Ben Miller now catches that ball, goes out towards Donald Shirley, who's really stepped up to it now. Shirley finds Colin Spain. Spain will look for a perfect delivery inside, out towards Screeny, and inside him is Alex Kavanagh. The ball runs behind them both. Dublin go back through Cathal Kennedy, but he's tackled by Alex Kavanagh, who's won the ball. He's lost his footing though, but Screeny arrives to try and pin his man back in the corner. Dublin haven't cleared it yet. They're precariously close to the sideline. The umpire keeping a close eye on it as both sides go down. The referee, Cayman Flynn, might have to blow the whistle here, and he certainly will, but you have to credit Offaly didn't get to 65 there, but they didn't give away the free, and they're really starting to come up to their work rate now.
Oh, that's brilliant from Alex, and to be fair, two small men, Alex and Adam, in the corner, and no one tell me that Adam Screeney is going to be thrown around the place like a rag doll. He came in and he hit his man as hard as he could. He drove it out. Now we have a throw ball.
Yeah, well, certainly that goal has been a massive fill-up in the cap for this Offaly side. Ball thrown in now. Barry Egan just fell to ground there. Dublin have it momentarily. Offaly trying to put in the hooks and the blocks. Dan Burke, the captain, tries to dispossess his man over right out on the sideline on the terrace side. But Dublin still hold it. But Offaly will win it back now and go on the attack. Conor Dye looks for it. Offaly surely win the free from their captain, Dan Burke. It's almost hard, Stephen, hear our ears here.
Yeah, it's brilliant. But brilliant again by Dan. He drew the free there as well. He was in a bit of trouble because Conor had ran onto a man rather than coming into space, and he drew the free. And your man, and that's Kenny that's going into the book, I think, Joe, is it? Yeah, it's Kenny that's going into the book, and he's after having a tremendous start to the game. But that's going to be a blip in his book. But Adam here with a free should be a score.
Yeah, and after all the hurling Dublin are after doing, Offaly now have a chance from about 30 metres out to level this Leinster final. 22 and a half minutes gone here in Laois Shire Moore Park, and it's Screeny over the ball with the free. You'll hear the roar before the ball goes over if it's on its way, and indeed it is. It's a goal and 4 for Offaly. It's 7 points for Dublin, and this Leinster final finally poised once again. 22 minutes and 48 seconds gone, and here come Dublin with the puck out. Kevin Hogan launches this one long. It's down towards the Offaly 45 metre line. Breckin Kavanagh now tries to win it on the ground and comes out of the fence. He's been stood up there and dragged to the ground, and he might have had a difficult start with O'Doulang, but he's really coming into it.
Oh no, he's coming into it now. One-handed, take it down at the stretch, takes it down on the hurl and wins his free again. He's just been fabulous. He knows how to play that game. He knows how to play at centre back, and he's just been a fabulous hurler.
Offaly now with that free, down on the corner it goes towards Alex Kavanagh, bounces out right on the terrace side, but that gave the corner forwards no chance.
Yeah, we just need to polish up on a few things. I know it's difficult there at the minute, but we just need to polish up on that last ball, and maybe some of the balls going in, because to be fair, in that full forward line, it's sticking in there. It's the half forward line. We just need to, when we're on a run or maybe from a midfield, just need to just polish up and just try and keep that scoreboard ticking over. No doubt Dublin will get their chances for a few more scores.
Huge period now to come before half time as Offaly overturned that Dublin clearance now. Conor Dye gets the hand pass in towards Rigney. It doesn't stick with Rigney. Dublin lose the hurl, but they will have a chance to get it back through Conal O'Reen, and he wins his free. So 6-1, half a dozen of the other. We look at the scoreboard, still the same if you've just joined us. A pulsating Leinster under 20 final. Offaly looking for back-to-back wins. Dublin looking to break through. Here comes Brendan Kenny with the free, sends it a long way down in the corner towards Neil Hogan, but Offaly again trying to just bring that out any way will do, at the minute as David Purcell, he's been dangerous so far, comes back in towards Conn Loreen, but 3 Offaly men set down on him, and Offaly come away with now through the impressive captain, and that's Dan Burke. Burke now takes a swipe there, doesn't get the free, goes back towards Terraguinen, but Offaly just can't get it up cleanly at the minute. Shane Rigney is there to help as well. It's scrappy now on the 65. Barry Egan is there as well, but Dublin will get it. A little hand pass goes out there towards Jamie Conroy. He gets it forward towards Neil Hogan. Hogan tries to give a low ball down for him to run onto, but James Mahon is back there, should have first chance at it anyway, and he scoops it out now to Donald Shirley. Shirley goes right across the field back to his goalkeeper Liam Hoare, and all of a sudden Liam Hoare has acres of space, the green grass in Portlaoise to run into, and he sends it down the line towards Screeny. Screeny slips, but he might gather it at a second attempt, and indeed he does. That's a brilliant bit of recuperation by Screeny. He flicks it over the first man's head. He's still going with the ball. Screeny, he has the advantage, he might need it, he doesn't need it, he goes for a score. What a magician that young man is. The whole country's talking about him. He didn't need the advantage, he done untold things with the ball there, and that is sheer class.
Joe, he'd no right to get that ball. The cornerback was out in front of him, he was 5 yards in front of him. Yes, he made a mistake, but it's the way he took the ball with one hand again. He still had work to do. He got past the next player, and he just puts it over from a difficult line against that breeze as well.
Yeah, well, the local elections are on the 7th of June. I'd say if Screeny took up a poster next week, he'd get elected in the first count, such as his popularity in Offaly circles. And Offaly now have a line ball the far end of the field through their staunch corner back, James Mahon. We look at the clock, almost 26 minutes played. Offaly lead a point, a goal and 5 to Dublin 7. Mahon comes at the line ball, gets it up towards the 45-metre line. It's bottled up momentarily, but Offaly will rescue the situation, and they'll get it to Breckin Cab now, who plays a lovely little pass right into the path of Colin Spain. Spain with the freedom of Portlaoise at the minute, goes forward with the ball. Spain will take his chance at a score, and Spain will get his score.
Yeah, and it's brilliant to see Colin get on the scoreboard. Didn't get it last Wednesday, but lovely play again, and coming out with the ball, using their head. They've got themselves into the game now, they've settled, but coming out with the ball, first time hurling, bang to Colin, he was in loads of space, took his time and bang over the bar.
Brendan Kenny comes out with it now for Dublin. A little hand pass to set them away. He goes for the give and go. He doesn't get it back though off Jack Behan. Behan will shoot off his left. Kenny, you can see him giving the shake of the head. He's disappointed, but the wide will do from an Offaly perspective. Offaly now 2 ahead after a maybe tepid start into this game. They're really finding their feet. Liam Hoare goes to his corner back, just in the full back position momentarily. That's Rory Kelly. Rory Kelly, a little short pass back to Hoare. Hoare goes out to Ben Miller now. Dublin try to close. Offaly don't want to be too lax on this, but they're really comfortable in possession. Miller across the field towards James Mahon. Mahon now examining his options. He goes out towards Terraguinen. This is brilliant handling and confidence by Offaly. Terraguinen though just loses possession momentarily until help arrives once again, and it's Mahon now back to Colin Spain, and Spain's speed up the line is crucial for Offaly. Spain goes for his second score in as many minutes, but just out to the left hand side and wide.
Yeah, but lovely hurling, not for the faint hearted there, the way we played that ball out, like we went from side to side, and then we got into a great position. Tertau, he lost it and got the ball back, and Colin just probably a little bit too much in that one.
Offaly now, their turn to defend. Dublin have it inside the Offaly 14-yard line, right out on the sideline. They're going to shoot this time through David Purcell. Liam Hoare is arguing with his umpires, and the umpires have listened to him because that's out and wide. Offaly waste no time with the puck out, but this time Cayman Flynn, the referee of this Midlands derby from Westmeath, just said it was taken a bit too quick, and Liam Hoare now will try to restart the game with this puck out once again. We have 2 minutes plus additional time remaining in this one. Huge amount of hurling to be played. He finds Cathal King. King with the hand pass to Donald Shirley. Donald Shirley just takes it back in, flicks it over his man's head. Will he get the chop? Indeed he will. He knew what he was doing there.
Yeah, but he got away with it though. He could have fed that ball back to Cathal, and I wouldn't like to see that too many times, to be fair, Joe, but we got away with it, to slap down, and it's Adam back with a difficult free now. Mid of the field, won't be simple. You could see a runner here.
Yeah, well, Screeny now, he's 4 or 5 yards behind the 65-metre line, maybe 4 or 5 metres in from the stand sideline here, and into a strong facing gale. This would lift the roof off the stand if he was to land this. Screeny, he lifts it and he strikes it reasonably well, but it's going to break in around the square. Alex Kavanagh tries to pull on it. Dublin though batted away, and back there goes their centre back Conor Dolan just to mop up that for Dublin. They haven't cleared it yet. Offaly get half a block on it. It's up now the end of the field where Donald Shirley is just shepherding his man out towards the sideline. Dublin still maintain possession of the sliotar here as they go across the field now over into that corner where David Purcell is, but Rory Kelly with the red helmet, the red club of Lusma, comes thundering out from corner back and will win that line ball. And Stephen, he's a real stylish defender.
Absolutely. I've just been watching him since he's minor now, and I'm really impressed with him. But the speed to cut out that ball with a man on him and won the sideline over there. I will say, Joe, Barry Egan's not looking good up there. He's limping badly.
Offaly now take that line ball short. They eventually work it up to Cathal King in the middle of the field. King now tries to break the tackle. He surely has the advantage, but he hasn't been given it. He has options outside. He might not need them. He'll eventually give it to Dan Burke, who just loses his foot, but King will win it back. He continued his run, gives it to Burke once again. Offaly trying to break through. They have a free here. That's brilliant persistence. And that man, Stephen, we spoke out of these minor teams, the 20 teams, all of the marquee names, but the most improved, the most consistent player in my opinion is Cathal King.
Cathal King has been excellent. The same the last day. The midfield the last day were phenomenal when I look back on the game in the second half. But like Dan Burke, there's no fear in Dan Burke. Dan Burke went in. It's a definite free. He's got another yellow card. That's a second yellow card now. So they'd have to be watching themselves. But he played the man. But to get back, we lost that ball again, Joe. We're talking about polishing up, and we lost that ball again. But we got it back. We're starting to fight to get back the ball as well, like we've seen over the last few weeks. And Adam with a chance here to put it over the bar, no doubt he'll have a score.
Yeah, well, Screeny with the simplest free. He'll probably hit tonight into the terrace end behind that goals down on the Portlaoise town side. And it is Offaly now who go 3 clear in this first half. We have 39 seconds of additional time played. The linesman here this side has just signalled there's going to be a change for one of the teams, and I think it's going to be Dublin. Off comes their number 13, Fionn Murphy, and into the fray comes Conor Newton. Barry Egan still maybe gingerly walking around in on the edge of the D there at full forward for Offaly. We'll see, will they just give him every chance till half time, because it can't be far away now. Dublin coming the puck out long once again. It's won there by Neil Hogan. Hogan shoots over the shoulder. Liam Hoare watches this all the way. That's a good score by Hogan, his second point. And again, the breeze probably just carried that over.
It did, and he's been probably their biggest threat there, Joe, to be fair. He's probably the biggest threat. He's three points from play got there, but you're expecting probably your full forward in there with a breeze behind you like that to get as much ball as you possibly can. The boys are doing a really good job on him and Dulick.
Well, Cathal King sets away at Dan Burke. Dan Burke, just as he tried to pull the trigger, was hooked there. That's good defending by Dublin centre back, and that is Conor Dolan. And with that, that'll be the last action of a pulsating first half. Offaly applauded off the field here, the support not leaving him wanting in any shape, manner or form. It's a goal and 7 Offaly. It's 8 points for Dublin. The crowd are on their feet here in O'Moore Park. It's a brilliant comeback so far by Offaly, Stephen. They were maybe tepid and insipid in the first 10 to 15 minutes, but they've really thundered back into it and starting to play the game on their own terms.